up? What up? What's poppin'? What's going on? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, this is another Patreon live stream, shown through Crowdcast. But, today I'm going to be talking about, 5 crucial tips on how to increase your success when it comes to cold approaching. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to give you guys some tips on that. But before I get into all of that, make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com to get this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today. Also, make sure that you guys, go to BadBoyMembership.com to join the Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. All right, so I wanted to do this program because, I talk about cold approaching a lot. So, and a lot of guys, they either are too scared to do it, they still want to wait for choosing signals and all that other stuff, or you have guys who do it, but they are not doing it effectively. You understand? So they're still having trouble when it comes to approaching these women. Now, the thing is, this is always going to be a numbers game. You understand? Always. So you're never going to have a situation where it's not a numbers game, right? But the thing is that the better you get at it, the more success you're going to have, right? So instead of you having to approach 100 girls to get like 2 chicks, right? You'll be able to approach 100 girls and get 20 or 30 out of them. You understand what I'm saying? So your success rate increases the better your game is. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about 5 things that's going to increase your success when it comes to cold approaching, right? So let's just jump right into this shit. Let me just get up into this joint right now. The first thing I'm going to talk about, and this is in no order of importance, you understand? But this first thing is very important. The first thing that's going to increase your success when it comes to cold approaching is making sure your appearance is on point. You understand? Making sure your appearance is on point. Right? So that means that you got to make sure that you dress well. Dress in a way that looks good on you. You understand? Also work out. Shave. Make sure your shit is shaped up nice. Get a nice haircut. All those different things to increase your appearance. Right? Now, a lot of guys, they think that, it's all just about you being a good-looking guy as far as like how your face looks, how this looks. You understand what I'm saying? And they think that's the end-all be-all. But what's more important than that is your overall appearance. So the thing is, your face is how it is. So you can't do much about this, right? Except for make sure your skin is clear, you shave, whatever, brush your teeth, all that other good stuff, right? But you can't move around your face necessarily. You can work on your body, you know what I'm saying? Work out, get all this in on point, right? And then on top of that, make sure you're wearing clothes that fit and that look good on you, right? Now, this is the key as to why appearance is going to help you. Your appearance is going to help you in cold approach because women are going to be more receptive to you based off of how well your appearance is. I'm going to say that again. Women are going to be more receptive to you based off of how well your appearance is, right? And this is the reason. Because women judge themselves based off of who approaches them. You understand? I've talked about this before. Women, they're going to base, their worth and how awesome they are off of who is approaching them. Right? So let's say, for example, you have a woman who's, let's say, walking down the street or whatever, and a guy comes and approaches her, and he just looks mad dusty, like he got on some fucked up sneakers that's all dirty, You understand? He got a stain on his shirt, just looking like a goddamn bum. You understand? So what happens is when that guy approaches her, she's insulted because she's like, what is it about me that's attracting these dusty motherfuckers? Like, what's going on? Right? So on the flip side, what happens is, let's say you see the same woman, you walking down the street or whatever, and you got on some nice slacks, a button-down shirt, some shiny ass, nice, dressed up shoes or whatever, got a nice watch on, you understand? You smelling good, you got all your face is shaved or whatever. And you walk up to this chick and you're like, hey, how you doing? Right? She's gonna be more receptive just based off of your appearance, because now she's like, oh, cool. A guy like him of his caliber is approaching me, right? So she's gonna be more receptive to you just based off of that appearance. You understand? Because that your appearance validates her, gives her validation. And it's like, damn, a guy who looks this good, meaning your overall presence, is actually wanting to talk to her. You understand? So even what happens is based off of her just wanting the validation, usually that'll make her stop and talk to you. You understand? That'll make her smile and start talking to you and say something to you as you're, trying to holler at her. You understand? But see, a lot of dudes don't understand this. A lot of guys don't understand how important your appearance is. I even talk about this, I think, on one of my other videos where I said I was out maybe a few weeks ago, and I saw this dude in the street who approached me, and he was like, yo, I watch your videos, I like your videos. And I'm out here trying to holler at these chicks, but I'm not doing too well. Right? And as I'm looking at him, I knew the number one thing that was fucking him up was his appearance. That was the number one thing. I told him this too. I said, bruh, you got to get better clothes. You got to get a haircut. You got to fix this shit up. You understand? Because you're not looking too good right now. You understand? So your appearance is going to help you. See, like I said, when you approach that woman and you're looking on point, that validates her. That makes her think, damn, I can attract higher quality men. She's looking at you like, oh, this must be a guy who, has shit going on. This must be an important guy. This must be a guy who's about something. You understand? And it's like this. It's the same way where, let's say if you approach a woman and she's a dime, and you holler at her and she's being receptive to you and she gives you the number, you're gonna feel good because you're like, damn, my game is on point. Like, I was able to get this dime's number, right? So you feel good that you're able to attract that caliber of chick. A woman feels good when she feels that she can attract a certain caliber of men, right? So if your appearance is on point, you are a certain caliber of guy. You understand? Which makes her more receptive to you because that's validation for her. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times you guys, you're out here trying to approach girls, but your appearance isn't on point. You understand? That's the first thing. Your appearance being on point, right, is, going to give you, an edge when it comes to you cold approaching. You understand what I'm saying? And see, a lot of dudes, what they'll think is they'll say, well, if your appearance is on point, right, aren't chicks just going to choose you, right? And in some cases they will. But again, like I always say, it's not going to be enough women. And also, too, there's going to be times where women may not necessarily see you. So let's say you're, I don't know, at a Starbucks or you're walking outside, just walking somewhere, and you see a chick who's bad, but she don't necessarily see you, so she ain't choosing you, so you still got to go and approach. But when you approach and you're on point as far as how you're put together, right? That's going to make her more receptive to you. You understand? So your appearance is very, very important. That's going to help increase your success when it comes to cold approaching these chicks. Right? Now, we're going to move on to the second crucial tip that's going to help you when it comes to cold approaching these chicks. And this is just super simple, right? But a lot of guys don't do this. So the second tip is you have to make